situation, it feels kind of funny. Don't want this to go
I got this. I don't know if there's actually We're gonna make some date balls. I don't know if you guys have seen the viral Elle Gibson date balls sweet treat thing, but I've been seeing it all over my For You page and it looks so good. And everyone who's had it was like, this is the best thing I've ever tried. So I finally bought some dates. I don't know if these dates are good, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money on them. Excuse me. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on dates because dates can be expensive and it'll be a waste if it doesn't turn out good. So this was around like $3-4. I hope they're good enough. They look a little juicy, but I hope they're not super dry. But let's do this. Let's actually first watch the video and then let's make it. Okay, I grabbed a whole ass food processor because I think that's what she used in the video. I don't know how this works, so fingers crossed. This lighting, I realize, is terrible, so please bear with me. I just opened the dates, but I think I need to unpit them. Oh wait, do they not have seeds? Oh, they don't have seeds. This is amazing. This is how much I added. It's a little, I don't know if it's enough or not, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay, that's actually really freaking good. So I'm excited to roll them in. I think it's gonna be a little bit disgusting because mine's a little bit more wet after I added the milk. I was gonna melt dark chocolate, but I feel like dark chocolate's just gonna ruin the vibes. This is the dark chocolate that I have. It's with hazelnut, which I think would, oh, it's expired. That's okay. But I'm gonna mix it with some milk chocolate and I think that would be so much better. So let me go grab that and do that. Okay, the chocolate's essentially ready. It's a little bit thicker than I would like. That's okay. Alrighty. Hello. This angle's not okay. There we go. I finished quite a bit that I wanted to do today. Tomorrow there's a birthday dinner, so I had to go buy gifts, and then I also did kind of get out of bed a little bit later than usual, but that's just because I've been so exhausted of just being productive. So I had a late start to my day today, and then I went to get the gift and it was already like 1 p.m. when I got home. I did an hour of my freelance job, and thankfully this hour passed by pretty quick. Normally it feels like forever. I also finished up an assignment that I have due tomorrow, and I was gonna do an Anki review, but I am hungry, so I'm gonna go eat food right now. I'm gonna finish editing that assignment and submit it, and then I will do my Anki review and my walk at the same time. The main goal is just to do my freelance job today. It is currently 4 p.m. so that kind of sucks because I don't have much time, but that's okay. I also do want to try to get some editing in because yesterday was not super successful, and I also want to take some notes for module 5 because that module is so long. Sorry, I don't know why my professor thought that was a good idea. So I just submitted my assignment, and now I want to get some of my freelancing job done, another hour, and then I can do my Anki review. Before that, I want to do a little Sephora haul. There were some things on sale and I bought some things, so we're gonna just open that right now. I'm gonna be so honest, I don't remember what I got. Okay, now I remember what I got. I literally can't believe that just happened. I've never dropped this camera ever, and I was so anxious of ever having, like, I hope it's fine. It looks fine. There are no cracks to the camera, the lens, and I think the screen is fine too. Anyways, back to the haul. So I got this Bondi Boost thickening conditioner. There were a lot of good reviews about it, and it was on sale. And I've always wanted to try Bondi Boost. I was going to get the shampoo, but it was going to be too expensive, so I just got the conditioner. Next, I got my favorite Peace Out acne patches. These are the absolute best. They're way too expensive regular price, but when it's on sale, I will cop it anytime. Lastly, I got the Sephora Collection brightening eye cream. I've gotten this before. I'm running low on my current eye cream, so I just wanted like a little restock, and it was also on sale. That's everything I got. Thank you for tuning in. Hello. Hi guys. I really didn't want to do that walk and Anki review, but I kind of forced myself. So I got all my steps in. I'm at 7K. Hopefully I'll end the day at like 8, 9K. We'll see. But I'm going to make a little snack. Yesterday I put, let me bring it out. Hold on. I let the pepperoni and the bread thaw because I thought I would have it last night, but I didn't. Well, actually, what happened was yesterday I wanted to have this, but then I did not let it thaw earlier, and I was not about to wait for that because I was starving, so I had something else yesterday. And so this was thawing for me to have a little pizza. I'm so excited. This is actually turkey pepperoni, and it's quite delicious, actually. I didn't think it would be. I mean, I don't know why I thought it wouldn't be, but it's pretty good. Tastes very similar to regular pepperoni. I'm just going to grab the pizza sauce, and we're going to go open that together. I'm going to struggle with opening it, but that's okay. Let me go grab it. So, I always struggle with using this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I feel like my mom's just magical in how she uses this because it always works for her. This one time I was trying to open a can of something. I don't even remember. And I literally tried everything with this machine. It was it was so hard. I was like, what is this contraption? It's like broken. My mom's like, it's not broken. I'm like, yeah, it is. And then she showed me and I was like, moms are just something else. I don't know. Earlier today, I got a terrible headache, and it came out of nowhere. Like, you know how sometimes, like, you can feel a headache coming? I was fine the entire day today, and then suddenly this headache came in. It literally ruined my mood. I took an Advil, and then I cozied up in my bed just to close my eyes. I ended up taking, like, a little nap at, like, 7? We don't talk about that. But I kind of didn't want to, like, fall asleep because I knew that would happen. So I set a timer for 7:45, and that woke me up. So I did actually, like, full on fall asleep. My headache's a bit better. It's still, like, remnants of it are still up here, but what can we do, honestly? I feel like these days it's been a little bit rough, and like I'm not really doing things that are good for me in the sense of like I'm not going outside much, not breathing fresh air, and like I don't know, I've been staring at my screen consistently for the past couple days because I have so much shit to do. So that really has been, I think, a major reason that I've not been feeling the greatest, but what can we do, man? This is life. At times I look at all the people that are like living their life traveling, and I'm like, I'm jealous of you. I'm actually full on envious of you because I truly wish that I could do that and I could live a life like that. But then I'm like, okay, well, a lot of these people are working their asses off to reach that level of being able to travel and to work from home or whatever it is that they're doing. And I'm like, okay, well then you need to, get your bag up, work hard, and achieve that level of success. But it's a hard life. I don't know. With my master's program, I deadass thought this would be a clear path for me. I felt confident in my decision of pursuing this master's degree. I enjoyed the content that they were teaching, and I thought, finally there's something that I kind of enjoy and I kind of like. And when I got more into it, I was like, you know what, hell yeah, I'm passionate about this. Like, I want to be an advocate for other retail workers, and because I've experienced that personally, and I want to do my best to help other people and, make sure that everyone's safe and healthy. So like, I was like, finally, something that because I've always wanted to have a job. This was something that my 8th grade teacher told me, and it's always stuck by me. She was essentially telling us that, hold on, let me grab the cheese. She was essentially telling us that she's had so many different jobs that she would always wake up and dread going to work. She would dread her day. She would not enjoy it. everything was just dull to her. But then she finally became a teacher, and she wakes up every day like loving her job and her life, and you know, she's excited to go to work. And that really stuck to me. And ever since then, like I've been like, okay, I want to find a job that makes me feel like that. And so when I was working in retail, I worked in so many different retail stores, and just I like kind of like tiptoed around different like professional fields as well. But all of them I'm like, no, like maybe it's fun at first, but then it just becomes dull and it becomes a routine. It doesn't bring me joy. I dread going to work. I want to call in sick. I'd rather do anything than go to work. And I'm like, okay, that's not the type of job that I want to have, you know? I don't want to study and do all of this hard work to get into a field and find out that, hey, I actually despise this job and I'd rather do anything else than that. So it's been like really important for me to find a career that would bring me that joy and happiness and that content that my teacher felt in the 8th grade. And hopefully she still feels like that, but I don't know. It's been a tough process. So when I came across this program and my friend introduced me to it, I was like, hell yeah, this is it. Like, oh, okay, you know what? I was never this enthusiastic, but because I had this time, like the entire time in my undergrad, I hated my program. I hated what it was, and I felt like an imposter. I still do, but it was just so much worse then. And I felt like I didn't belong, that this was not the right path for me. Everyone around me enjoyed it. My parents expected this from me, and I just hated it. And I was just, it felt weird dropping out. And I know some people do, they pursue other paths, but it didn't feel like the right approach for me at the time. And so I never, even though I wanted to, I never did it. When I was introduced to this program and to this field, it felt like a path opened up for me, and there was possibilities, and there was, opportunities for me in here. But then I find out that, hey, you know what? I don't know if there's actually opportunities for me, because when I was looking for jobs to apply for this summer, all of them required so much health and safety experience, and that's something that I did not have. And I'm like, this master's program is providing me research experience. I know how to conduct research from my undergrad and from this program. I know how to, I know how to do a systematic review. I know how to do like primary research, but I have no idea how to do like actual health and safety work in the field. And so I asked my supervisor, I'm like, hey, so like, what are the opportunities with this? And he's like, yeah, you know what? Like, he didn't really give me a solid answer, but he was telling me about the certificate program where it could definitely help me get a high paying job once I'm out of school. And so that's what I'm doing, but it just, I don't know. I feel like this is for my future, but it just feels pointless and dumb. And it feels like a waste of money, because it's something that I could have done in my undergrad, right? Like I could have just, if I did my undergrad in health and safety and I did my master's, boom, that immediately would have given me the job that I am trying to get now. But no, instead I did 4 years of my undergrad in science, and now I'm paying more for a certificate that I could have gotten for my undergrad and 2 years for my master's. I don't know. It just feels pointless and redundant, and it was just, I regret. And I was talking to my friend about this too. Like, I have so much regret for choosing the program that I did. However, I do want to say that my program was difficult. Like, that shit was rough and tough, and it really did help me develop lots of skills that I would not have had with any other degree. And I'm so grateful for that, because when I was TAing, some of these kids are, I don't want to be rude, but like, it was questionable. I'm like, how do you not know how to write a report at this point of your academic career? You should know how to do that by now, and you should know how to cite things properly, and you should know. It feels like a basic skill to me that some people don't possess, but that's mainly because of my undergrad degree. So I'm extremely thankful for that, but at the same time I have regrets, because I feel like it didn't help me. Okay, writing a report, I could have learned that easily on my own. I didn't have to go through all of that difficulty to reach this point. You know what I mean? I don't know. These are just some of my 9:30 p.m. thoughts that I have, but it's okay. It's already happened. I can't change it. Sometimes with life you need to learn, but who knows? I will reach that level of success and I will be content, hopefully. Anyways, let me show you my pizza. I was gonna show you as I was making it, but I was just getting too deep in my rant. Yummy. Yum, yum, yum. Also, I do actually want to say thank you guys so much. I've reached 200 subscribers. I'm kind of shocked. I've always been a YouTube girly. I've always watched, back in the day, I've always watched all the makeup girlies, all the lifestyle girlies, all the DIY girlies, and I still watch some of them to this day. I'm such a YouTube person. When I'm eating, when I'm getting ready, like I love to watch something, and I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel from when I was in elementary school. It was just always, I just loved it so much, but I never felt like I was cut out for it. My friend and I were like, oh, let's like think of like names for a YouTube channel. Like, and I don't know, I always am the type of person who would like to talk to myself, but you know, when you're like in your bathroom and you're like, hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my skincare routine. That's just something I've always done from when I was such a young girl as well, and it just never felt like something that I could do. I don't know, it felt something that was impossible to achieve, or only certain type of people are able to do it. And so I've never done it, never. And I never even thought about doing it. But in the past 2-3 years, I've been dipping my toes into content creation in like TikTok and Instagram. And I do really enjoy the idea of editing. I love editing, honestly. And I love trying to be creative and thinking of different things. I think I've always had that. When we had presentations, I've always tried to go out of the box in terms of presenting. I have social anxiety and I hate presenting, but I would have these like unique ideas that no one would even think of and no one would even want to do for a presentation, but I would want to do it. So it's something that I always enjoyed doing. And I don't know, just dipping my toes in TikTok and Instagram was like, why not try YouTube? You know, like, and I don't know, I feel like with Instagram and TikTok, there's a lot of pressure. A lot of my friends and family have found out like my accounts, and it's something that I feel shy and I overthink it, but I feel like with YouTube it's very isolated and I can post whatever I want. Only my boyfriend knows about this account. No one else does, and I don't think anyone would find out because it's very niche, it's very specific. You have to be into that type of stuff to even discover this. So the fact that I've reached 200 subscribers without promoting it to anyone or telling anyone, that means it has naturally found people and people are genuinely interested in my content, which makes me so extremely happy. Every time I think about it, I get so giddy because I can't believe that 200 of you want to watch me yap and talk and do whatever it is. So thank you. I'm so glad you're here and I'm so happy that you're enjoying my content. Thank you. Thank you so much.